Greetings, traders. It is Wednesday, May 2nd, 2018, and I'm going to get started trading here. Outside, we just had a huge firework display right in our backyard, overlooking the ocean here. And my girl just tells me that it's a happy birthday party. We think it's coming from the Hilton here in Kamala, Phuket, Thailand, and that's a heck of a birthday party, I'll tell you. I'll have to, I took video of it, we'll have to put that up to YouTube somewhere, and you see a incredible party that they have out here for a birthday. Never seen anything like it. What I didn't capture on video was that they were playing music all night, and Thai music, like a Thai party. Anyway, I'm about to get started here. The news is going to come out at 7:30. It's 7:25 right now. This is Pacific Standard Time, California time. I am not in California though. I am in Thailand. And so for me, I have to look at my iPhone. It is 21:25, which is 9:25 p.m. So I'm going to get started trading here. This is going to be a Newsday entry. Actually, I'm going to do something new here today. And I'll share this with my charting members, my charting subscribers. I will share what I'm going to do here shortly. What I'm going to do is take advantage of the patterns. I'm going to go for 40 tick exit on this first trade. I plan to take 2 trades if everything goes right. So I'm going to go for 40 ticks on the first trade with a 20 tick stop. This thing's really moving, isn't it? It's really been moving prior to the news last Wednesday and this Wednesday. I have not really seen that in quite some time. Something is going on with oil. It's definitely starting to come alive a bit. The daily right now looks like it's going to go down. Let's go take a look at it. See, look, the daily chart, and you see we're on the daily candle right there, right? Okay, so you know we got a big daily candle right there going red, and we've got one already going red right now. But we're going to play the code. We're not going to play the daily candle, because it's going to, you know what it's going to do? It's going to go up and down. The real trick is to know ultimately which direction it will go. And as an added bonus, you can take advantage of the up and down, which is what I plan to do when the news comes out. And I'm going to show on camera me doing it as well. Okay, 20 seconds till the news comes out. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Okay, I missed it. Okay, buying here. Just going to go for a quick 30 ticks back up. If I can keep my stop from getting hit, should be able to hit it. Where's my stop at? It's down there at 88. Could have got a better entry. I'll come right back. Oh, never mind. I think it's going to go up and hit really quick here. It should snap back pretty hard. Okay, I'm going for 40. I need to back this off to 30 ticks. I'm going to take it up to, back to 38. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, I'm just going to go for 30 ticks. Wait a second here. Let me take a look. Yeah. Just 30 ticks on this trade. ultimately the direction should be down. And what's going to happen is just going to snap back 30 ticks, get us out, and then we're going to turn back around and go short. I'll come right back. Okay, just in case it wants to go down, hit the stop, I'd rather get it on camera here. I don't know if you can hear that music in the background, but they're still having a party. You know, I've been here in Thailand for 2.5 years. Actually never seen a party at a hotel like that before. Alright, if it's going to snap back here, it's going to snap back real hard. Watch this. Yeah, it's just going to snap back, but then it's going to come back down again, I think. But I'm going to use the code on it. For you code traders, this is just something new. That does not look good. Looks like it's going to drop out. But it may just look like that and snap all the way back again. See, if you take a look at the daily, it might help you to understand. See, before it actually continues with this move, it'll snap back first. In other words, think of it like this. What does it look like it's going to do? It looks like it's going to drop out, right? You know how many people are shorting it right here? They're getting caught short right here, okay? And then what's going to happen is it's going to snap back up to here again. And all those shorts are going to get caught. And then it's going to roll back over again, come back down. Of course, it's not snapping back as quickly as I had anticipated, and the Newsday entry is going to be showing itself pretty soon, so I'm looking for it. Anyway, let me come back. Okay, it's really playing around up here. I don't want this video to get too long. I'll pause it. Once it starts moving one way or another, I'll come back. Okay, it's starting to move here. Getting close to the 30 tick exit. See, once they snap back pretty hard. This one's having a little trouble here. But, okay, look, let's go back to the daily again. From here, what it might do is go back to an even bar. So like, look like this right here, just for a short time. And then roll back over. Now, I don't think it's going to make it here. No, it's not. Because, or unless it does it a different way, it could use the Newsday entry to go long and then makes one of those bars like that and then rolls over on another code and comes all the way back down. That is a possibility too. But this is a move I'll talk about in my charting service to try and help those of you. Almost there. Come on. Should be able to make it. No reason to panic. Only going for a 30 tick. And see, it's still not like this yet. It's probably going to make it up to there. So it's going to hit the exit. It did come awfully close though, didn't it? Zoom into the 1 minute, we can see how close it came. Went up to 38 to my exit set. Yeah, it makes it just didn't go off because it needs to have the bid come up to the price, and it didn't do it. But like I say, no reason to panic. It's most likely going to make it. It's like a let me jump out here. Where are we at? Yeah, let me jump out. Okay. I'm going to take another entry, and this one I'm going to go for 40. Wait, let me take a better look at this. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know which way this thing is going to give a signal on. It could go either way. Either way it goes, though, would be good, but I would prefer it to go down, I suppose, because if it goes down, it could go down a lot. If it goes up, it could go up a lot too, but you know, it doesn't really look like it on the daily. I mean, let's take a look at the daily here. It doesn't really look like it on the daily. It'd have to go all the way up and all the way up to here to start going green, which you could do. You could absolutely do it, but I sure like it to come down more and look like, you know, this and come down even further, or look like this and come down further, or this one and come down further, or this one here and this one comes way down. You know, big long bar. That would certainly be a lot more preferable. You get a lot more ticks out of it. But if you belong to the charting service, you could go log in right now and go take a look at what it did last Wednesday, which is so far exactly what it's doing this Wednesday, and go take a look and see what it did. Okay, I'm gonna take another trade here. I'm waiting for the code to give me an entry to tell me which way this thing is gonna go, up or down. Still waiting. It's moving a lot. It's looking really good. Should be able to hit a good trade here. I'll be back as soon as I get a signal. Looks like it's going to be a short signal today. If it is, this is probably going to be worth a lot, because, well, go take a look at the daily. And I'll show it to you after the entry, because the daily is showing it's just beginning on the daily here, going red. This could have a big slide down. I will come back. Okay, it was a long entry, not a short entry. Taking a long position here. Gonna reset the stop. Going for 40 ticks. Let's go take a look at the daily. What can we get off of this thing? It's gonna nah. You see what I said? It's gonna do exactly what I said was the second one. It's gonna come up and look like this right here for a short period of time, and it's gonna roll back over again and come back down. So we need to go for something less. Something less than 40 ticks. Let's go for 30 ticks. Take this back from 68, put it back to 58. That's a 30 tick trade. Should be able to make it. Or it's going to come close. Let's put it that way. See, when this goes back to looking like this, where there's just a line in the middle, no red, no green, it's going to be right up to my exit. And that's what it basically should do. It should go back up there again. Then what I think it's going to do from there is roll back over and come back down again. Come all the way down. It probably close to the bottom or to the bottom. And look something like maybe that. So I'm just looking for 30 ticks to come back up. See, this is how you can use the daily in combination with the code. This is a news date entry, by the way, everyone. All of you charting subscribers, this is a news date entry called out within my charting service before it would ever even happen. The first one was just me doing some free trading. This is a news date entry. Here we go. Okay, so I'm out. Quick, easy, simple news day entry using the code. You're seeing it right in front of your very eyes. Not a joke, not a scam, not a replay. You're seeing how the codes work, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so let me see here. Okay, so what I think it's going to do is it's going to roll back over again. Okay, let's put it this way. Let's see what it's going to do, what the possibilities are. Well, one is it's now going green, right? It's now going to look like this and come all the way up to the top here and end something like that. That is a possibility. Another possibility is that it's going to roll over here. First it looked red, now it looks green, and now to finish everybody off, back to red again, and it's going to look something like maybe, can't really see one. I don't really see one up here. It's going to just go back to here, maybe about 67.20 or so, and end there and look red for the day. That's what I think it's going to do. But so what we can do now is use another code to take another trade. And we can also use code 1. We could use code 1 left and right here if we wanted to. Let's see here. Code 1 is working very good. In fact, Code 1 has been working very, very good. You know, for a while there, Code 1 sort of went dead for quite a while because as oil goes dead, as it doesn't move, Code 1 really doesn't work. I mean, not really, because the spreads are so tight, you can't get very many ticks out of each trade. And so this makes it difficult. But when oil moves like it is now, the Code 1 works fantastic. And you can make really good trades over and over again. Especially if you know what the overall direction is. And since I've been trading oil for a long time, I know it'll most likely come back down again. Now, I would say it would do that about maybe 70% of the time. The other 30% of the time, it will go back up here and look like I had showed you earlier, something like this, and just come back up to the top up here and look green. It could even make an even bigger move, but it's not likely. Anyway, I am looking to take another trade. I've already taken 2, and I'm going to take another trade showing how you can play the rollover. And with the code, you'll know where the rollover will be. Now, to anybody who is a trader out there, obviously what I'm saying to you is of extreme value. And yes, there is a mathematical way. When I say math, I mean very, very basic math. Actually, it's not math, but let's just say a technical way. How about that? Is that better? Technical way. Like something that, you know, never is like arbitrary. If you know, like how many ticks did this bar move? And you say, okay, it moved 8 ticks. Okay, that's the kind of math I'm talking about now. Now we're going to use that kind of analogy of the chart to be able to take our entries. And the code is going to tell us where to take them and how much we can get from them, basically, as a general rule. Not exactly, but as a general rule. But it will tell you exactly, down to the tick, where to place your stop. So you see, now you start to understand you have this incredible system now that you can use to trade with to be able to take successful trades. I know it probably sounds too good to be true, but it actually is true. Okay, so I am looking for another code. Now, again, for all of you charting members, you can see that what it did last Wednesday for the news is exactly what it did this Wednesday for the news. It's almost the same chart, in fact. So all you need to do now is go back into the charting service, go take a look at the chart for last Wednesday and see what did it do from this point. Now what did it do? Did it continue to go up? Did it come back down? What did it do? I'm going to go take a look myself. I'll be right back. Okay, I took a look at the chart. The play on it is to come back down, and we are already missing it. I'm looking for a code 1 entry here. Okay, I'm going to take, I want to go short here. What's my stop? Stand by, I'll be right back. Okay, I need a 72 stop, so let's see here. I'm looking for like 52 entry. Don't think I'm going to be able to get it. Looking at the code 1, I already have a short entry off the code 1. Short entry on the chart already in place. Looking for another code 1 short entry. I think we're going to get it here. I'm going to take this trade. I'm going to play the code 1. I'm looking to get into the code 2 here. If you look at the chart for last Wednesday, you will see this is the appropriate play I'm about to do. Okay, I think it's going to go down. I'm looking for a confirmation. Looks like it might go long. Okay, we have a code 1 long entry here. I don't want to take it. I'm looking for the rollover. I'm going to wait for another code 1, and then I will take that trade. I'm looking to get short. See, because, watch. It's just done exactly what I said. It went to a neutral line like this, right? Now it's going to start back down. And all I'm looking to do is say, why don't you just go short right here? Well, I could. I could easily go short right here. But I'm showing you code 1 and code 2, not just, okay, the first trade I showed you was not a code 1 or code 2 trade. It was a trade based upon a pattern. And that's different than the code 1 and code 2, but sort of the same. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I do have a short entry here. I'm going to take this trade. Hold on, I need to see my stop. I'll be right back. Actually, okay, stop has been set to 67.53. 67.53 on the stop. It's 12 tick stop. Don't know if I've got it here or not. But if I'm right and it's going to roll back over, this is a good shot right here. Now look at the daily. It went up, just like I said it would, all the way up to a, call it a neutral bar, where there's no green, no red at the time. And now what it's doing is starting to roll over. Now my code 1 stop might not hold here. I'll just take another entry again, using another code 1. But if this code 1 entry works, I can just hold it now for the entire rollover. In other words, okay, so in other words, what I'm doing then is I'm playing the daily chart using code 1 for an entry, which puts me at a relatively tight stop without losing too much, but I'm going to go for a relatively good sized trade. I should be able to hit a 40 tick trade from here. Or, yeah, I should be able to hit close to a 40 tick trade. Or how about another 30 tick trade? Should be able to hit it. We'll keep it at 30 ticks, keep the math high. Okay, so let's go down and go adjust it now. Take it up 10 ticks from 01 to 11, 30 ticks. How did I get down to there? I don't think this stop's going to hold. I don't know. But you can see what the daily looks like. Just looking for it to roll over here. Once it starts its rollover, it'll keep going, pretty much. And so we'll have, like, you know, in retrospect, like a perfect entry, all using the code 1. Now, let's take a look here. What's happening? We really want to see this thing come down right now, not go up. If it goes up, it's going to hit the stop real quick, real easy. But if it goes down right here, right now, we should have it. So this is kind of pivotal right here. Maybe I'll just make this a long video and you can just watch it and see how it unfolds and everything, you know, because a lot of times or most of the time I just shut the video off so the video doesn't get too long, but then you don't get to see the trading. And so maybe I'll just leave it go here most of the time, and that way you can see it and see what you have to go through, you know, the waiting period, the up and down motion. You know, when you're in a trade like this and you know the codes, you shouldn't be worried about it. You should just know that you're playing it mathematically. At all times, you're always playing this mathematically with a mathematical edge. When I say mathematically, I mean you've taken an entry, you know, right where to place your stop down to the tick, and you know what you can basically get. I mean, you could go back to last Wednesday's chart and the Wednesday's chart before that and the Wednesday's chart before that, which I went over today in my charting service to predict what was going to happen today. And you can see how many ticks each code Newsday entry or each code 2 entry is good for. So you know that you can get 40 ticks. One day it was only good for 50. Actually, I'm only going to go for 30 ticks today. But you know you can get 30, 40 or more ticks off of these entries. So you see, that's mathematical, right? You know how many ticks you can get. You know how many ticks your stop's going to be, right? That's all mathematical. That's what I mean by it. This is all mathematical. A lot of you say, what kind of math is it? You know, is it really complicated? No, no, no. It's just, what I mean is that you're going to know mathematically where to place your stop, where to place your exit, and where to enter. That's what I mean by the codes. And you can see it for yourself, what's happening, right on camera. This isn't a replay or something like that. You know, I could easily prove it to you. I could go on to the world clock right now and you'd see it's the same exact time. Nobody can do a replay and take trades off of a replay like you're seeing. There's no, it doesn't exist anywhere. I'm simply showing what the codes, how successful the codes are, how good they are, how easy they are, and just showing on camera these trades that you can take. Let's see, we're still not anywhere near out of the woods yet, but we are looking good. Let's go take a look at the daily. How's the plan on the daily going? Looking good. It's rolling over, just like I said. Now all it has to do is come back 30 ticks, just like I said. And then boom. Easy day, right? So how can you do this? Even my charting members are going, okay, wait a second now. Well, you got the first trade. That was super easy, right? Okay, not the first trade I made, but you got the Newsday entry today. Super easy. Nobody should have missed that trade. Okay. I always say, every day pretty much, that you need to look at the daily chart. Because by looking at the daily chart here and getting a feel for what it does every day, and what it looked like prior to what it looked like that, and what that one looked like prior to it looking like that. You know, each one of these didn't look like that. It ended up looking like that, yes, but it didn't look like that to begin with. If you could look at the code 2 now, not the code 1, code 2, well, you can use code 1 entries with the chart. But what I'm saying is that if you're looking at if you're playing the code 2, you look at the daily chart, and then you'll see what it looked like right as you were taking the code 2, and then what it looked like afterwards. And you'll see that many times they're radically different. And just like this one's going to be, you know, it shot down into the news, then it went back up, and then it went up some more, and then it ended halfway, and then now it's going to come back down. It may just come back down to my exit slowly, or it may come down pretty hard and then come and bounce back up again and end somewhere up here, something like that. But it should be able to make that range, that 30 tick range. Even though you can see, though, it really hasn't moved very much today, and yet I've been able to, you know, take successful trades from it. This should be another 30 tick trade. Shouldn't be much of a problem here. It's rolling over perfectly. And anyway, you know, this really isn't that hard, but you have to be a trader, think like a trader. You know, what do I mean by that? Well, it's kind of hard to describe, you know. You have to be able to anticipate what's going to happen, not to go for what it looks like it's going to happen. Okay, it's kind of hard to describe, but I've seen that 1,000 times. That's why I know it's going to do it. And what you can do is you can get good like that, like I am, by looking at the code 2. And when you take the code 2, what does the chart look like? Maybe you could just take a picture of it. And then what you could do is, what does it look like at the end of the day? Take a picture of that. And then try to memorize that. Because in each one of those bars you're going to find that you will see you will see the same thing over and over again. How about that? And this will really help you to make your bigger trades, because you can see what's going to happen. It's going to slide down. Like for instance, this one was green. It went all the way green here. See, from here to here, it went green. It was looking like a green bar. And then it went back down, right? And then when it passed this line right here, it started going red. It was a red bar. Well, what do you think that was going to do after the code 2 said go short, and all of a sudden it's coming down? It's going to go right below this bar here. Well, it went all the way down, went red all the way down to here. And then it bounced all the way back and ended the day break even, or a neutral bar. Anyway, it's really can help you to even just learn to play the daily chart with the code 1. That way, instead of you taking every code 1 entry, you only take the ones that are going with the daily. So if the daily is going down, you just take code 1 entries going down. All the ones that go long, you just ignore them. That way, when you catch one, you're going to catch one for larger ticks, usually. And you can hold it for just one trade and make a big trade. See, there's many ways that you can use the code. You can use the code for the Nadex. It's perfect for the Nadex. Or you can just trade like this, which is what I prefer. Because it's easy, straightforward. You've got all your controls right here. Everything you need is right here. How much money you're making, with your contracts. You can cancel all the orders if you wanted, my stops and my exits. I can exit out of the trade right here. I can reverse position right here. You know, I can control what my stop is automatically and what my exit is automatically right here. Beautiful chart. A lot of control on this chart right here. I like it. It's nice. I wish my stock trading software was as good, but it's not. Anyway, this is Global Zen Trader. Now going through GFF Brokers. If you go to their website, it's OEC Trader. OEC Trader. GFF Brokers. And I like it. It's good software. You know, just talk about a little bit about mentally and when you trade, okay? Because a lot of people get really messed up with that, and I understand, of course. Let's just say I understand it, and I'm going to try to help you with it. When you play the code, one of the beautiful things about the code is that you're going to play mathematically, all right? Win or lose, you're going to play mathematically. You're not going to play by emotion. You're not going to play, I think it might do this, I think it might do that. You're just going to play by simple thing. What did the code say? Code said go short? Okay, go short. Where does it place a stop? Oh, the code said place a stop here? Okay, I place a stop there. Okay, now what does the code good for? And then you measure that, and then you measure your exit, and you say, okay, I think I can get 30 ticks off of this. Okay, perfect. Put your exit at 30 ticks. Now you know everything. Now you know everything you need to know about the trade. Now all you're going to do is just wait for it to either be successful or be a failure. One of the two. Because I have, what, a 12 tick stop on this? Yes, 12 ticks. And I have a 30 tick exit. This is perfect. That means I can win one trade and lose two. I'd have to lose 2 trades every one win. But if I have a better winning ratio than a losing ratio, then I come out well ahead. And the better the winning ratio you have, the more you come out ahead. 60% you make a lot of money. 70% you make a super lot of money. At 80% you make a fortune. Anything over that is, you know, almost impossible. But it's not impossible. I could come up with such good mathematical trades that you could achieve that kind of record. Personally, I like the easy, I've been trained for a long time, so I like the easiest way there is. The easiest way. And for me, the easiest way is the code 2. By the way, let's see here. Do we have confirmation? No, we do not. We do not have confirmation of a code 2 short entry yet, but I think it's going to come. And it's just going to be a follow through, then it's going to go down, and we'll make it to the 30 ticks relatively easily. And hopefully quickly. What time is it now out here? I see it's 8:13 a.m. California time. What is wrong with my iPhone? It is 22:13, that's 10:13. There we go. 10:13 p.m. for me. So it's not that late yet. Anyway, I just wanted to show all you traders out there and inspire all of you. You know, some of you are struggling, and you know, it's hard to describe, but you really have to like have a knack for this, you know? Like, let's say you were going to play video games, but you hated video. I mean, let's say you wanted to play video games for a living, but you hated video games. Or you're just no good at video games, you know? Not really going to be something that's going to click with you. Whereas vice versa, let's say you love video games. There it goes. Let's say you love video games. Oh, I did say that was the start of a big move, didn't I? What is... Yeah, let me see, what is that? How much is that? That's not that big. Nah, it's not that big. But it could be, though. What am I at, 11? I'm just going to call it a night. It's almost 10:30. I got something else I would like to do. I'm just going to go for 30 ticks on this trade. So anyway, like I say, you need to hit your exits if you're going to survive. You can't get out early. You can't say, oh no, I'm scared, it's going to go. This is one of the most beautiful things there is about the code. You get to play it mathematically. Throw the emotions out the window. Just make sure that you know how what you're doing is proper. You're doing it properly. And as long as you are, which is very simple to do, then you can do really well. You know, I am going to do, now that I'm at my new place in Thailand, I am going to do a brand new video course. I'm going to do it with me on camera, with a screen in the background against the wall, and I'm going to teach the code on a 4K camera, and I'm going to show and teach the code very simply, very direct, without trying to prove the code or anything like that. I'm just going to show a very simple way to play this and show all my tips and techniques that I personally use to play. And I really think this new course will really help all of you out. I hope it will, to help you really be able to master the code like I have. You know, I'm going to teach you what I know and how I do it, so that you can do the same, hopefully. You can at least try really hard, right? Actually, you know, there's really not much to it. This thing's really bouncing hard. What's the, where are we at here? Oh, no. It's okay. It's okay because, again, if you look, we're running into temps. And this is what it's doing, coming up into the temps. It's going to go back down again. And again, look at the daily. Looks beautiful. If you were just looking at the daily, you weren't even looking at the 1 minute, like I just was, you'd be looking at, oh, looks great. Looks perfect. A little while longer, it'll be down here. Just gotta wait. Anyway, I am gonna pause the video because it could be a little while before it makes it, but I will come back and show you. And it's gonna be 3 successful trades in 1 day using the first trade was using the pattern off of the Newsday. I'm going to explain that in my charting service. The second one was using the Newsday entry that was called out exactly within my charting service, which is what all my charting subscribers should have taken. Exactly like I did. Exact same trade. And then this third one is using another code 2, which is a rollover code. And it's basically the same code that comes on Friday. Although sometimes Friday they've been throwing it a little bit different, but this one's usually the same. And I have charts to show that. In other words, if you look at my charting for last Wednesday, you're going to see that it's going to be, the chart is exactly the same almost, especially with respect to the codes. And what did it do? It came down. And that's why I'm also playing it coming back down as well. Not just the daily, but also that the chart is exactly the same as last Wednesday. See, when you chart this out every day, you start to see the patterns. And that's what I saw. And that's what I teach, the code 1 and code 2, the patterns. This is how you can make your entries and be so successful. So it's really not that hard. It's not like patterns in terms of like something graphical. It's something different than that. It's another type of a pattern. And you have to learn about the codes to find out. But it's simple. It's so simple. And that's the beautiful thing about it, is the best things are the simplest things. Now, in my first course, granted, I taught a lot about it. I taught too much about it, too many different ways to look at it. I taught, and to prove that there was a code. And, you know, I didn't realize the market. That people really just want to be taught how to make money from the code. Okay, I get it. I'm going to make a new video course, and that is what I'm going to teach you as best I possibly can, that how you can make all the different ways that you can make money from this, and all the different ways you can play it, and how simple it is. And I will show you each individual way, and you're going to really like it too. And I'll even do more than that, like show different strategies that you can use if you only have a certain amount of time, that type of thing. There's so many different ways that you could play this. Not just what you see me doing here, or not just the code 2. But if you want the easiest way, use the code 2, send it to my charting. I'll tell you what the code 2 is going to be. You'll be able to take some good trades. Use the code 1 into the code 2s and hit some good trades. And that's what I did. I used a code 1 entry. And I'm still in it, going for 30 ticks. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, I'm going to bail out of this trade. Okay, so I am out. I got some things I need to go do, and it looks like it might go up. I have a code 1 entry to go long, and it might go back up here for a bit. So I don't want to hold on to it for so much longer. It's already like, what time is it now? It's like 10:21 out here, p.m. And I want to go do something. So I'm gonna call it a day. Took 3 trades, all successful. This one will probably end up being successful too if I were to hang on to it. But I'm gonna go down to the store, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to turn my back on it. But you can see later if I was right, if it came back down here. I would say it's going to come down to about, right around 67, somewhere around there. 60, right where my exit was, 67.10, 67, something like that. It's going to come back down to. Anyway, I'm going to go. I will see all of you tomorrow. See you charting subscribers in the charting service. I will, I've already told you what the code is for Thursday, but I'll go over today's trading and we'll cover the code for today. But as you can see, it was perfect. 100% perfect again. So the news day is actually the easiest day to trade. You could just trade once per week. Use the news day entry and do really well. Anyway, I'm going to get going, everyone. Hope all of you traders out there are doing well in your trading, especially you code trading and especially the charting service subscribers. You should have nailed the trade today. And I will also go over the first trade I did too, and I'll tell you why I took it and what the pattern is, and that you can do the same. Okay, I'm going to get going. See you tomorrow. Happy trading.